There used to be an axiom in American politics that successful politicians govern from the center. Straying too far from the middle may win you some battles in the short term, but ultimately it loses the war. But in the last decade, American politics have become insanely, extremely polarized. A great example of this surrounds President Obama's health care bill in 2009. People were shocked when Senator Olympia Snowe, a Republican from Maine, explained why she was supporting the Senate Finance Committee version of the Affordable Care Act. As she remarked so simply, when history calls, history calls. Now, she had qualms about the health care bill and knew that there were problems in the bill that needed to be negotiated. But Senator Snowe, unlike so many on the national political stage right now, clearly understood that her job was not to obstruct the lawmaking process, but to negotiate ways to make it happen and benefit every citizen. She understood that as a U.S. Senator, she had to find a way to help 45 million U.S. citizens get health insurance, as opposed to just denying President Obama a political victory. Governing is about conflict resolution and compromise, finding the common denominator. And it cannot always be about scoring political points, or nobody is ever going to accomplish anything. The healthcare debate, for example, ought to be about health policy and how to improve a system that is broken. Drug companies, physicians, insurance companies, and the American public all know that there are problems in the American healthcare system. Yet, neither most of the Democrats nor most of the Republicans in power seem to have any sense of political compromise and teamwork on serious issues like healthcare, and major problems go unaddressed thanks to political gamesmanship. Some would say the situation in the White House has not been that much better. All administrations have had very close political advisors, but rarely, if ever, has Washington seen the likes of President Bush's Karl Rove or President Obama's Rahm Emanuel. Both were figures whose overriding political drive was so blatant and transparent that national purpose appeared to be secondary to political advantage. And that is flat out not good for the American people. On both sides of the political aisle, a hostile climate and a nasty tone of debate dominates today's policymaking environment. Statesmanship has given way to anger and cheap scoring of political points. The real losers, though, aren't the political parties or the career politicians. The losers are the American people. There do not appear to be too many more people like Senator Snowe ready to step into the breach, and at the end of the day, it hurts us, the American people, because nothing gets accomplished. Compromise is not and cannot be a dirty word. Adults compromise. Children yell until they get their way, or they leave with their toys if they don't get their way. But adults understand that compromise has to start happening, and it must happen at all levels of politics. Enough with the political gamesmanship of the last decade, and enough of the partisan politics that seek only to score meaningless political points from pundits and bloggers. I cannot wait until real politicians on both sides of the aisle step up to the plate like adults and work less for their party and more for the good of the American people.